Hey guys, it's time for my mental health vlog. It's Sunday. This is probably going to be really short. I got my third or fourth COVID vaccine yesterday, and I am not reacting well to it. I've been very, very lethargic today. I've had a little bit of a sour stomach. We actually had a Christmas party for my future in-laws' house, and between how I was feeling and the fact that there were people there, I had to seclude myself away, and I ended up falling asleep in the bed upstairs just because I just wasn't feeling great. So I hate that because it was a really nice time and they put a lot of effort into the party. I love that there were some of my son's friends that we've all made that were there, so that the kids could hang out together. So that was great. But I did feel bad that I was social to a point, and like my social battery just drained really quickly, and I just feel crummy. And I will tell you where I got. So I've been having shoulder issues and arm issues. So I'm like, well, my arm already hurts. Let me go and just get the shot in this arm. Why have both arms hurting? Feels like I got beamed with a baseball at full speed in my shoulder. So not only am I having issues because of my actual shoulder, that injection site pain is real and just like permeating down my arm. So not a fan of that. I'm all pro COVID vaccine, but I'm not pro pain. Propane. Propane and propane accessories. Thanks, Hank Hill. Welcome to a peek into my brain. I ordered some new jeans because now that it's starting to get cold here in Texas, South Texas, it was cold for 3 days, and then it got hot again, but it's gonna get cold again. So I went to put on some of my jeans, and I realized that my jeans are too big. Even like my skinny jeans were too big. So I ordered a new pair of jeans, and for the first time since I think high school, and God knows I could be wrong, I'm in a size 38 waist, and they're not tight. So that's pretty exciting for me. I think I peaked at a 44, 46 at my heaviest. So this is, I think, no, there may have been a time when I was on Nutrisystem that I got down to a 38, but that was very short-lived. So I'm excited about where I am now. We have gone back to the gym, just trying to get back into the routine of doing that. So I was very excited about my new jeans. So the fact that I'm in an extra large t-shirt, and this is a 2X, but it's really big, but I'm in an extra large t-shirt and a size 38 pant. I'm feeling pretty damn good about that. It's been a good year for me. My self-confidence has really gone up this year. And a lot of that is because I know I'm doing the work, and I'm seeing the results, and other people are seeing the results, both physically, emotionally, mentally, all that kind of good stuff, relationship-wise, everything. And yeah, my self-esteem is really high this year. It's higher than it's been in a while, and I'm loving that. I really am. I had a work release on Wednesday, and normally when I have a work release, I have to miss my SAA meeting. I don't like missing my SAA meeting. So for some magical reason, my boss got the release moved up to like 4:30 my time. And I'm like, okay. So we get through the release, and then I'm like, am I done? Because if I leave like in the next 5 minutes, I can make my meeting. So she was like, go. And I got a text message from her on the way to my meeting. She's like, just so you know, I'm trying to move all of our releases up early so that you don't have to miss any more of your meetings. Now, she doesn't know what type of meeting I go to, but she does know that it's a support meeting and that I hate missing them, especially 2 in a row, if I can avoid it at all costs. So the fact that she's trying to get our releases moved up so that I can always be there for the deployment and there for validating, and still make my meetings. It's a really cool gesture. She can make it happen. I'm not sure if it's the only reason she's doing it, but it meant a lot to me that she indicated that way you don't have to miss any more of your meetings. She and I have come a long way in a year, because we still talk about the incident that happened last October where I thought I was going to get laid off, and she was making a comment about how her boss was thinking a lot of the same things that they had thought about me back in October, but now she knows that that's absolutely not the case for either of us. But I was like, yeah, I'm familiar with that. I'm familiar with those feelings. I'm familiar with people thinking that about you. So she and I laugh about it now, but she and I definitely have bonded over this shared trauma. Shared trauma is a beautiful bonding tool, about how she took information that wasn't accurate, that she didn't validate, and acted on it, and that's kind of being done to her right now. So it's a sucky feeling, but I did a little bit of shopping this weekend, not much. I went looking for first off, my fiance and I, we're not buying each other gifts. We are buying each other, there's 2 doors that we need for the house. We're buying ourselves doors for Christmas. That's what you do when you have a house and, you're a responsible adult. Merry Christmas, it's a door. It's a toaster. So I don't have a lot of people to shop for. I got some little things for my friends. I really wasn't big on gift giving or even receiving this year. But I did do a little bit of shopping this weekend and ended up finding stuff that I liked for me, because I needed some new stuff in smaller sizes. So that was fun. But I hate shopping. We passed a Amazon distribution facility on the way home from the party tonight, and I said, look, that's where Christmas comes from. Maybe he thought more than before. Maybe Christmas doesn't come just from a store. I'm sure I butchered that line. But Christmas comes from Amazon Prime. I did get connected today with a friend that I haven't spoken to in a while, and they were going to be on the cruise with us that we're taking in a couple of weeks, and I'm not sure if that's still going to happen. He's going through some stuff, which we all have stuff. That's fine. But he was making some comments about, that he was worried he was bothering people or whatever. Or if he's the slower one in the group, he's worried that the group is worried or upset about him for being the slowest person in the group. And I said that because this is something that my therapist and I have worked on a lot. You can't change how people think or feel about you, but you can change how you think they feel about you. Okay, so if you think, oh my God, they're so bothered by me, that's you. That's self-inflicted. You're doing that to yourself. That is absolutely a self-inflicted concern. And I just had this conversation with my therapist because we were talking about, doing the 9th step and talking to my son and stuff like that. And she's like, you can't control how he's going to react. You can only do blah, blah, blah. You can't change that. So it's very much along that same mindset. Is most people know I don't give a fuck what people think about me. At this point in my life, I just don't. But if I have any concern or worry about what someone thinks about me, that's my problem. That's not theirs. They don't give a crap. They're now living rent-free in my head. So if I think someone doesn't like me, cool. They don't like me. They don't have to. But I have to be okay with that. So, or I have to be like, you know what, maybe they do like me. I don't know. We also talked about grace, another conversation that my therapist and I talk a lot about, because, and hear this out, this is completely human nature to extend more grace to other people than we do ourselves. This is not a unique conversation. I've had this conversation and we've talked about this before, but it's always such a realization when people are like, God, why can't I just get this right? Or why can't I do this? Or why? And, or you're beating yourself up because you've done something wrong in your head, or you haven't done something fast enough, good enough, whatever. And would you treat someone else the same way you're treating yourself? Because you are not extending the same grace to yourself that you would for someone else. Someone's like sick, they can't come to work, you're like, oh my God, feel better. You're sick, you can't go to work, you're like, oh my God, they hate me. You know? Grace. Extend yourself the same grace. I needed to extend myself a little bit of forgiveness this week, because I bought a bag of hard candy. We went to the Christmas Carol last weekend, which is my fiance's family tradition that they've brought us into. I talked a little bit about that. And the restaurant that we've gone to every year has these, little hard candies in a giant bowl by the door. Well, it was a joke that my son was going to steal the whole bowl. He didn't steal the whole bowl, but he did fill his pockets full. But I digress. I also had a couple in my pocket, just a few. And the butterscotch and the orange are almost identical. So I'd get an orange and I'd pop it in my mouth. Oh, it's butterscotch. I don't hate butterscotch, but when you're expecting orange and you get butterscotch, it's not great. So he was like, I'll take the butterscotch. So I was going through and picking out all the butterscotch. Anyway, so I ordered like a pound of this bulk little candy variety flavor on Amazon. It wasn't that much. And I went through and I pulled out like all of the butterscotch and the couple of licorice that are in there. So I'm going to put them in my son's stocking for Christmas. The guilt part is that the rest of the bag, with the exception of very few pieces, is gone. I didn't really discover, I'm finally paying attention to the fact that I can eat very compulsively. Like I can unwrap a piece of candy and shove it in my mouth and crunch it up, and I'm already unwrapping another piece of candy to shove in my mouth. Just, what's that thing called? Assembly line food in my mouth. Happens to be a lot with like candy and chips and cereal, like dry cereal that I eat by the handful. Like I'm like a Sherpa going to the mountains, and I need to stock up my ass with a handful of Cheerios, several handfuls, half a box of Cheerios, really. So I do need to extend myself a little bit of grace. That it's okay, but I can't make it a habit. Kind of like today when I felt really bad about us leaving the party, and my fiance was like, "This is okay, but can we not make this a habit?" Just because it was about 50-50, my reaction from the shot and just being overwhelmed with so many people. And my body was just like, "You're done. You can't socialize anymore. You're done. Go hide." Which is funny because I used to, whenever we had like big holiday gatherings when I was a kid, I remember several at my dad's parents' house out on Wilmington Island. And the cheesy beef dip. God, I love that fucking cheesy beef dip with the tortilla chips and the sausage balls. Anyway, food was always there. Anyway, but I'd eat some food and I'd be social for a little bit, and then I would just want to go and just be completely alone. I like hearing people in the distance talking, laughing, having a good time. I just wanted to be alone. And I think sometimes as an adult, I still do. I think I'm a social person, but I'm also an introverted person. I'm an extroverted introvert. My social battery does deplete relatively quickly. The more people, the faster it depletes. Sometimes I can bypass it and just be great, and sometimes I have to just disappear and recharge. And I think tonight was a combination of feeling like shit from the shot and my social battery just I don't think it was charged to begin with, honestly. So I do feel bad about that, but I have to extend the same grace, because if I was throwing a party and my friends were like, I'm not feeling well, I have to leave, I would be like, please feel better. Me, I feel like, a guilty future son-in-law. Human nature. Constantly remind yourself. I have Post-its. I love Post-its. I invented Post-its. I do. I have Post-its around. Like you were entitled to a great day, or you deserve a great day, or things like that. And one that I have up is grace, just to remember to always extend grace to others, but to try and extend grace to yourself as well, because that's one of the hardest things I still struggle with. I want some soup. Actually, I want some ramen, but I have soup, so I'm gonna eat some soup. Let's see. Will that have been Christmas yet when we talk next time? What is today? Today's the 17th. Christmas Eve. Holy crap. My next vlog is Christmas Eve. I cannot believe December is almost done, but I am so looking forward to being out in the ocean. I'm not even joking. I'm ready to bypass Christmas and just go out to sea. All right. I hope y'all are having a wonderful holiday season. I hope that you're managing the stresses of the season very well. If not, lean on your human support team. That was your therapist, your psychiatrist, any support groups or really close friends you have that you rely on. We all need a human support team. And check on your family. Make sure they're doing okay. Sometimes this time of year is very hard on family, especially when they've lost someone that was important to them that maybe we don't all talk about anymore. Holidays are always hard for memories and anniversaries and milestone events that have happened in the past that are triggered by the holidays. So be aware that everyone's dealing with something, and check on yourself. I say it all the time. What do you need? Today I needed to get away. Today I needed to hide. Today I needed to just not be on. And I need this fucking to go away. I'd rather have this than COVID, but I'm not enjoying this. I hope if you get the COVID vaccine or the booster that it doesn't affect you like this. And that please do not take this as any kind of discouragement from getting your vaccine. Okay, I'm gonna go have some soup. I will talk to you guys next week on Christmas Eve. Can't believe it. All right, guys. Talk with you later. Bye.